Everyone likes to say Justin and Hailey Bieber have the perfect marriage, but if you pay attention, it's clear things aren't exactly as they seem. Hailey sometimes looks unhappy, and Justin often carries a weight that doesn't quite lift. It's almost like he's trapped in a love story that never truly ended. And yes, that story has a name: Selena Gomez. To understand how they ended up here, we need to go back to the beginning. In 2009, Justin was just emerging as a teen pop star. He was performing on the Today Show, and every girl seemed to be obsessed with him. Backstage, a young Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, met him thanks to her dad, actor Stephen Baldwin. It was just a casual introduction, nothing romantic. Maybe a photo, a quick hi, and that was it. At the time, no one could have imagined that brief meeting would set the stage for the drama we see now. A few years later, in 2014, they crossed paths again. Justin had grown older, more famous, and more complicated. Hailey was carving her own path too, modeling, socializing, and spending time in some of the same church circles Justin had started frequenting. What began as friendship slowly started to blur into something more. By the end of 2015, Hailey was going on family vacations with Justin. Fans began noticing their chemistry. In early 2016, Justin made things official with a single Instagram post. That one photo exploded online. Everyone was obsessed with this new couple. It looked sweet, innocent, like young love at its peak, but it didn't last. Within a few months, Justin unfollowed Hailey online and disappeared from her life, heading back to the person who had always been in his heart, Selena. The pattern repeated: leave, return, leave again. Hailey didn't sit idle. She threw herself into work, modeling, and hanging out with other big names like Drake and Shawn Mendes. She appeared confident, energetic, and seemingly moved on. Then 2018 arrived, and everything shifted once more. That year, Justin and Selena split again, this time for what seemed like good. Justin said he was ready to move forward, to heal, but instead of taking time for himself, he went back to Hailey. Their reunion wasn't casual. They reconnected seriously, and within months, Justin proposed. Just 3 months later, they were married. The pace shocked everyone. People wondered, when did this even happen? It didn't feel like a thoughtful reunion so much as an emotional reaction. Many speculated Justin was trying to fill a space left by Selena. On the surface, the wedding looked perfect. They smiled, held hands, and shared sweet captions online. But behind the smiles, the reality was more complicated. Hailey didn't just marry a superstar, she married a man still struggling with the aftermath of past relationships. Justin had been open about dealing with anxiety, depression, and emotional scars. Marriage didn't erase those struggles. If anything, it made them harder to ignore. In the early months, Hailey found herself in a tough position. Instead of enjoying the excitement of newlywed life, she became a caretaker. Reports said Justin was deeply struggling, canceling appearances, avoiding public events, and openly admitting he wasn't okay. Hailey stayed by his side, trying to keep him grounded, even when she didn't always know how. Imagine being 21 and suddenly carrying that kind of responsibility. Friends said Hailey was frightened at times, unsure if Justin would get through his struggles. She tried to stay strong, but it wasn't easy. Their home life became filled with worry and emotional tension. What should have been a romantic start to marriage turned into a full-time effort to keep things together. Justin also started realizing that marriage wasn't the solution he had hoped for. He thought it would erase past mistakes and calm his inner chaos, but it didn't. He began to struggle more, emotionally exhausted, like he had hit a wall he couldn't climb. Those close to them noticed how much he leaned on Hailey. In public, he would cling to her, often looking lost or distracted. Photos from that period show a man who seemed tired and unsure, not someone fully enjoying life. Hailey tried to be patient, but it was obvious both of them were having a hard time. Behind closed doors, there were constant ups and downs. Justin's emotions swung between love and guilt, while Hailey tried to convince herself everything was okay. But the truth always crept back. His heart still seemed to linger somewhere else. Even after getting married, fans noticed how often Justin referenced Selena. Through songs, interviews, and social media, hints of his lingering feelings surfaced. People scrutinized every lyric, every post, every glance, believing he hadn't completely let go. For Hailey, that was perhaps the hardest part. She had done everything right, stood by him, defended him, cared for him when he was at his lowest. but she could never escape the constant comparisons. Everywhere she went, Selena's name seemed to follow. Even though Hailey tried to handle it gracefully, it clearly affected her. From the outside, their life looked perfect. Fame, wealth, and a seemingly flawless marriage. But underneath, they were two young people who rushed into something neither was truly ready for. The pressure, the past, and the spotlight made it even more challenging. Justin believed marriage would bring peace, but instead, it exposed how broken he still was. Hailey thought love could solve everything, only to learn that love alone isn't enough when deep wounds remain. Together, they got caught in a cycle, each trying to heal the other, while still working to heal themselves. There were moments that made fans really question what was happening between Justin and Hailey. One incident stood out. Justin literally skated away, leaving Hailey behind while photographers surrounded her. Flashing cameras captured her tripping and hitting the ground as she tried to chase after him through busy New York streets. The video quickly went viral, and people couldn't believe he would leave her like that in such a chaotic moment. Then there was that awkward live stream. Fans asked about Justin's Lyme disease, and Hailey seemed completely unsure how to answer. She didn't say a word until she noticed Justin smirking, and only then did she smile and follow his lead, almost like she was reading his reactions just to stay in his favor. The whole moment gave off a tense, uneasy feeling, as if she was constantly trying not to upset him. The odd part was how careful Hailey always was to protect his privacy, while he didn't always do the same for her. When Hailey experienced a scary mini-stroke, instead of keeping it private, Justin spoke about it online. He called her strong, but it didn't feel like a comforting gesture. It felt more like he was controlling the story than supporting her. There seemed to be an imbalance in their relationship, as if it was based more on control than mutual understanding. That's when people started wondering if Justin had been shaping Hailey into the partner he wanted long before they got married. Rumors circulated that he had been conditioning her for years, teaching her, subtly, to always be loyal and available no matter what. Some of this supposedly dates back to 2016, around the time Justin was casually seeing Kourtney Kardashian, and before that, had flings with Kendall Jenner, who ironically is one of Hailey's closest friends. It was complicated. Justin and Hailey had been seeing each other on and off, but he never wanted to commit. He kept things casual, saying he wasn't ready for a relationship, while Hailey tried to convince herself that was okay. Everyone could see she wanted more. She would support him, stay loyal, and never speak badly about him, even when he moved on with other women. Meanwhile, Justin jumped between relationships, Hailey to Sofia Richie, then back to Selena Gomez. When he reunited with Selena, it seemed serious. He promised he had changed, said he wanted to make things right, and even chose to stay celibate. But that commitment wasn't for Hailey. It was all for Selena. Justin genuinely believed he could rebuild what he had lost. For a while, it looked like he might succeed. But eventually, Selena realized the relationship was no longer healthy and walked away for good. In interviews later, she hinted that parts of their time together had been emotionally damaging. When that chapter ended, Justin was devastated, and instead of facing the pain, he returned to the one person who had always waited for him, Hailey. Within months, they were engaged, and shortly after, married. The speed of it all shocked fans. Many wondered, did Justin really move on? Or was he just filling the space Selena left behind? Even after the wedding, his connection to Selena lingered. References to her popped up in songs, lyrics, and sometimes in his social media. Fans noticed the parallels and began calling Hailey the replacement girl, suggesting Justin wasn't in love with her, but holding on to something safe while still tied to his past. The theory gained more weight when people noticed how rushed their marriage seemed. The courthouse wedding, the quiet paperwork, the rapid proposal, it all looked like a race to lock things in. Some even speculated that the timing might have been influenced by Justin's visa status at the time, as marrying Hailey quickly could have helped him remain in the US. As time passed, cracks in the relationship became more visible. Public appearances started to feel forced. Interviews and events rarely showed genuine connection. Fans noticed Justin stopped attending her fashion shows or brand events, and Hailey gradually stopped appearing at his tours or music projects. Even their Valentine's Day posts seemed more like self-promotion than expressions of love. They shared moments about themselves rather than each other, fueling more speculation. The conversation among fans shifted from "are they happy?" to Are they together for the right reasons? Some speculated Justin might have wanted to leave but couldn't, at least not yet. With his US citizenship still relatively new, some thought he might be waiting until separating wouldn't raise questions or cause legal complications. This theory seemed to fit what fans observed. Justin often looked detached, distracted, and exhausted, while Hailey appeared to do everything she could to prove the marriage was strong. In interviews, she consistently insisted everything was fine, that marriage was challenging but worth it. Yet her expressions, combined with awkward moments between them, told a different story. No matter how much she tried to stand by him, there was one thing Hailey could never compete with: Selena. Every time Justin reflected on the past, his emotions seemed connected to her. Every mention of his history involved her in some way. Fans still notice hints in his music, words, and actions that link back to that unfinished chapter of his life. So, when people look at Justin and Hailey today, the question remains the same one fans have been asking for years. Did Justin ever truly move on? Or did he settle into a relationship that felt safe, while he was still haunted by memories of Selena Gomez? From what it looks like, every time he considers leaving or changing direction, that lingering connection is what keeps him anchored.